Keturah, also known as Keturah, is a biblical figure mentioned in the book of Genesis, chapter 25. She was a wife of Abraham, whom he married after the death of his first wife, Sarah. The story of Keturah is as follows. 1. Abraham's marriage. After Sarah's death, Abraham married Keturah, who is described as a concubine or a wife, Genesis 25, 1-4. 2. Children. Keturah bore Abraham 6 sons, Zimran, Jokshan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shua, Genesis 25-2. 3. Inheritance. Before his death, Abraham gave gifts to Keturah's sons and sent them away from his son Isaac to avoid conflict over inheritance. Genesis 25, 5-6. 4. Descendants. Keturah's sons became ancestors of various Arabian tribes, including the Midianites, who played a significant role in Israel's history. Genesis 25-2. 4. Numbers 25, 15-18. Keturah's story is significant because it 1. Highlights Abraham's life after Sarah, shows Abraham's continued life and legacy after Sarah's death. 2. Illustrates Abraham's relationships, demonstrates Abraham's relationships with his wives and children, including those outside of the main lineage. 3. Connects to broader biblical narrative. Keturah's descendants, like the Midianites, appear in later biblical stories, connecting her story to the larger narrative. While Keturah's story is relatively brief, it provides valuable insights into Abraham's life, family dynamics, and the complexities of biblical relationships. Keturah, also known as Keturah, is a biblical figure mentioned in the book of Genesis, chapter 25. She was a wife of Abraham, whom he married after the death of his first wife, Sarah. Here are some key facts about Keturah. 1. Wife of Abraham. Keturah was Abraham's third wife, after Sarah and Hagar. 2. Concubine or wife. She is described as a concubine, Genesis 25-6, or a wife, Genesis 25, 1-4 in different translations. 3. Mother of 6 sons. Keturah bore Abraham 6 sons, Zimran, Jokshan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shua. 4. Arabian connections. Her sons became ancestors of various Arabian tribes, including the Midianites. 5. Less prominent than Sarah and Hagar. Keturah is not as prominent in the biblical narrative as Abraham's first 2 wives, Sarah and Hagar. 6. Possible connection to the Queen of Sheba. Some traditions identify Keturah with the Queen of Sheba, who visited King Solomon, 1 Kings 10, 1-13, but this is not universally accepted. Keturah's story highlights Abraham's continued life and legacy after Sarah's death and demonstrates the complex family dynamics and relationships in the biblical narrative. Here is a simplified family tree for Keturah. Abraham husband, Keturah wife, Zimran son, Jokshan son, Sheba grandson, Dedan grandson, Medan son, Midian son, Ephah grandson, Epher grandson, Hanok grandson, Abida grandson, Eldah grandson, Ishbak son, Shua son. Note, this family tree only includes the descendants of Keturah, mentioned in the Bible. Genesis 25, 1-4. 1 Chronicles 1, 30-33. Here are some important connections. Midian's descendants include the Midianites, a group that played a significant role in Israel's history. Sheba's descendants may be connected to the Sabaeans, Arabian tribe. Dedan's descendants may be connected to the Dedanites, Arabian tribe. Keep in mind that this is a simplified family tree, and there may be additional descendants or relatives not mentioned in the Bible.